Hello everyone and welcome to English for You. My name is Reese.
And I'm Kat.
And today we are talking about something you can eat. One of my favorite meals of the day.
Yeah?
Breakfast.
Ooh, breakfast
breakfast
is nice.
What do you usually eat for breakfast, Kat?
I usually skip breakfast because I do intermittent fasting.
Oh.
But when I eat breakfast, on the occasion that I do, I probably get like a bagel and coffee, something like that, something simple.
Intermittent fasting is when you stop eating for a long time and then you eat loads very quickly. Is that right?
No, it's that you give yourself a certain number of hours in a day to eat, and then you don't eat the rest of the day. So I eat for 8 hours every day, and then I don't eat. Yeah, but it's not like I eat a lot.
Okay.
I just eat during that time.
I'm not sure I could do that. I have to eat whenever I feel hungry. It's like a...
It's discipline.
Yeah, that's what I need. Well, today our article is called From Danbing to Black Pudding, Breakfasts from Around the World. And I actually wrote this article myself. So there's a lot to talk about. We're talking about different kinds of breakfasts from different countries around the world. And some of them are super interesting and they sound really tasty.
Yeah, I will say, even though I don't eat breakfast, I still like breakfast food a lot. So sometimes I'll eat breakfast for lunch. Ha!
Oh yeah, like a breakfast burrito in the afternoon?
Yes.
Delicious.
So let's get to talking about these wonderful breakfasts. We think you're going to be hungry, so let's take a look.
Reading.
From Danbing to Black Pudding, breakfasts from around the world. Have you ever heard somebody say breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Well, there's some truth to that. Eating breakfast can prepare your body for the day ahead. Cultures around the world have known this for millennia and have developed unique breakfast menus. The United Kingdom's Full English. Perhaps one of the most famous breakfasts out there, the Full English is full indeed. It's an extremely heavy breakfast that consists of bacon, sausages, eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms, hash browns, baked beans, and black pudding. This mammoth meal was created to give laborers the energy they need to work. Taiwan's Danbing. Breakfast shops are found all over Taiwan, and every good breakfast shop serves egg pancakes. Egg pancakes are made with a soft batter. The pancake is filled with egg, cheese, corn, ham, sauce, or whatever else you want. It's soft and chewy and a light meal to start the day. The egg pancake makes a great breakfast for anyone who wants a quick bite before work.
All right, so our article begins by asking you an important question. Have you ever heard somebody say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I've heard that many times.
Yes.
Although, is there truth to it? I think so.
I think so. It helps you get some energy so that you can start your day right.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're not doing anything high energy in the morning, I think it's okay not to have it. Yeah.
I've also heard it's good for like preventing you from getting gallstones or something.
Really?
There's something about your body in the morning, and eating food kind of starts your body early so that it can process the... I don't know, you can do your own research.
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist. But breakfast is an important meal. It gives you the energy you need for the day. Well, the article continues and it says, well, there's some truth to that. Eating breakfast can prepare your body for the day ahead. Yeah, that's true. Eating breakfast is really important for your body. So the phrase to prepare somebody or something for something means to make sure that the person or thing you are talking about is ready for whatever might happen next. The article said that breakfast can prepare your body for the day ahead. The subject of this sentence is your body, and the sentence is saying that eating breakfast can help your body get ready for working, studying, or just moving around for the rest of the day. And then we also had another vocabulary word. It's the word ahead. It's an adverb and it means in front of.
It's not my head?
Not your head, but
Got it.
ahead.
Oh.
So in front of, further forwards, we can use this word in the physical sense to talk about being physically ahead of someone, like in a running race. If you're running the fastest, you are in front of everybody else. You are ahead of them all. We can also talk ahead of the pack. Yes, it's always good to be ahead. And we can also talk about ahead as meaning more advanced or in front in terms of time. That means in the future. So here's an example sentence. I know there's a difficult time ahead, but I'm ready to face the challenges.
Go for it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, so when we're getting ready for the day ahead, apparently people do this around the world. They have done this around the world for probably as long as we've been humans.
I think so.
Yeah. So the article says cultures around the world have known this for millennia and have developed unique breakfast menus. Yum. So let's talk first about this word millennia. This is a plural of the word millennium. That means 1,000 years. 1,000 years is a millennium, and the plural is millennia. So this means thousands of years. We don't know how many thousands. It's definitely more than one, though. And like I said, it's probably several 10,000s of years.
Yeah. When we say millennia, we know that we're talking about a very, very
long time.
Long time. How long have humans been around?
A million, 10 million, something like that.
Many, many millennia.
Yeah.
Well, the article continues and it tells us about our first breakfast. It
From your home country.
I'm so excited to explain this one. The United Kingdom's full English. Perhaps one of the most famous breakfasts out there, the full English is full indeed.
That is true, and we've got this interesting grammar point here. Before we get to talking about what's in the full English, let's take a look at this participial construction. We're talking about participial constructions. That means something that is constructed from a participle phrase. You might know things like dependent clauses and independent clauses. That means dependent clauses need independent clauses in order to work. They are dependent on the other one. But the participial construction is a certain way to do a dependent clause that starts a sentence. If you've ever seen a sentence that starts with because or a similar phrase, you can use a participle to stand in for it. Here's an example. Because she was sick, Christy took a day off from work. But instead of saying because she was, these three different words, we can just use the progressive form being to show this is what's happening. Being sick, Christy took a day off from work. So that's kind of a way to stand in for because. We can also do this with sentences where the subject is the same in the two parts and it's connected by and. So in the article, it says the full English is perhaps one of the most famous breakfasts out there, and it is full indeed. Or that was what it would say if we didn't use a participial construction. But we do, and that makes the sentence a lot shorter. The subject here is the full English breakfast in both parts. So let's not repeat it. We can get rid of it and even get rid of the be verb since we have more in the clause. So if we say, perhaps being one of the most famous breakfasts out there, the full English is full indeed. Perhaps one of the most famous breakfasts out there, the full English is full indeed. This is a great way to introduce a sentence in writing by setting it up with an interesting clause before the fact.
Kat, tell us more about this breakfast.
I'm so happy to tell you about food instead of grammar. So what the full English is, the article says, it's an extremely heavy breakfast that consists of bacon, sausages, eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms, hash browns, baked beans, and black pudding. 8 different items.
Oh, it's so tasty.
Yeah.
My parents would cook me full English breakfasts maybe once or twice a week when I was growing up.
Wow. Did you finish it all?
Yes.
Wow.
I used to be quite the chunk.
Well, probably because they fed you so much food.
Yeah, well, we had a big family, and a fry-up, it's pretty easy to make it, even though it has many different parts.
So a fry-up and a full English, are they the same thing?
It's the same thing. It's just a different word.
Okay.
Yeah. So a big family, my mum would just cook up a big pan of bacon, loads of sausages, loads of bread, and it would all be ready for everybody to eat at the same time.
Wow.
So very, very tasty.
You just have everything on the table and just grab it all?
Pretty much.
Nice.
And so much tomato sauce.
Wow.
Well, we have a word here to talk about. It is the word extremely. It's an adverb, and extremely just means very. However, extremely is a lot stronger than very. It's
very.
It's very, very, very. It's also a much more interesting word to use. Very can be kind of boring. If you're very hungry, you're quite hungry indeed. But if you're extremely hungry, you're so hungry that it hurts your stomach.
Oh!
It's a very strong very.
Yeah.
Here's an example sentence. The meal was extremely expensive, but Mark had no choice but to pay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So that means that Mark probably dished out a lot of money.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yikes. Ouch. But we also have this other vocab word, which is consist, and we usually use this as consist of. So we're talking about the breakfast consists of these 8 different things. So consist is to be made up of something and include something. So we use this to talk about all the different parts that make up a one thing. So for example, a student's day often consists of school, home, and activities, or my job consists of writing, editing, recording, and filming. Those are the parts that make up my job. That's pretty much it. Now, an example sentence might be, dinner tonight consisted of rice, vegetables, tofu, and soup. So that means that's all the different parts that made up dinner.
Sounds like a healthy meal.
Yes, sounds delicious.
Especially in comparison to the English breakfast.
Agree.
Not so healthy.
But, I mean, it's healthy if it's small amounts, I would say. But it's just a lot of food.
I think it's okay to eat it if you are really then going to have a day that is full of activity.
Okay.
If you eat it and then just go and sit down for hours at a computer.
But that just makes you want to sit down if you eat so much food.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's delicious. Well, the article tells us more about why this breakfast exists. It says, this mammoth meal was created to give laborers the energy they need to work.
That makes sense?
Yes, it does make sense. Maybe before, not so much nowadays, because people who are not laborers are eating this meal.
Exactly.
Let's talk about some words here. We've got the word mammoth. Mammoth is an adjective, and quite simply, it means very big, huge, or gigantic. The adjective comes from the noun mammoth, which is actually the name of an extinct animal. The mammoth was like a big, hairy elephant that lived in very cold places. Unfortunately, they were all killed off by humans hunting them for food. They looked like beautiful animals, and I would love to be able to see one, but they're all gone.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Then we have the word laborer. Laborer is a noun, and a laborer is a person who does labor, with labor being physical work. If you're a laborer, you might work on things like building buildings or moving things around or just making things in general. So teachers and doctors are not laborers, but builders and construction workers are laborers. It's hard, tiring work that requires a lot of energy.
Now our article goes on to talk about our next kind of breakfast. We've talked about the ones from the UK, now we're talking about here in Taiwan, and of course it's Taiwan's danbing. Breakfast shops are found all over Taiwan, and every good breakfast shop serves egg pancakes, danbing. So now we have this vocabulary word, serve. This is our verb, which means when a shop serves something, they offer it for people to eat. You get served food when the waiter brings it to your table and says, here it is, or when you go pick it up from the counter. Or if you serve yourself at the table, it means you put food on the table at home and then you put it on your plate. That's serving yourself. When a person serves you, it means they are there to help you with any requests or needs, like a servant will serve in this way. So an example sentence for serve, like serving at a restaurant. This restaurant serves lots of Korean dishes, like spicy tofu soup and onion pancakes.
Another vocabulary word here, and it is pancake. Love this word.
Yes.
Love this food. Pancake is a noun, and a pancake is a tasty kind of food. Pancakes can look different in different places, as we will see later, but they're usually round and flat and soft. They're made using batter and often covered with sweet syrup, fruit, or other yummy things. Blueberry pancakes are a common breakfast in the US, right, Kat?
Yeah, blueberry pancakes or chocolate chip pancakes or banana pancakes.
So yummy.
Yeah, I think pancakes and waffles, some people might confuse those.
Right.
Waffles have like the little lines and the pockets in them. Pancakes don't have that. They're just flat.
Yeah, and I think in the US, pancakes are kind of this size and they're kind of thick.
Well,
whereas in the UK,
they can be huge.
They can be big.
Yeah.
But they're quite fluffy and thick.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas in the UK, we call pancakes
Flapjacks.
crepes.
Oh.
What you might say crepes, we call pancakes. The very thin one.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
That's what we call pancake. Pancake day. is a day when we eat pancakes.
I knew about that. I didn't know that it was a different kind of pancake. Okay.
Well, an example sentence with pancake. This cafe is known for its excellent pancakes. People love to enjoy them with a cup of coffee.
I'm craving some pancakes now.
Me too.
With some syrup and butter and berries.
There are a few good places in Taipei where you can get really good pancakes.
I know where to get some. But anyway, what about these egg pancakes?
Well, the article continues with, egg pancakes are made with a soft batter. So what's batter? We've talked about this word before. Batter.
It's not butter.
It's not butter. This is butter. Batter is with an A. Batter is a mixture of flour, eggs, and milk. People use it to make pancakes or to cover food before frying it. You can use batter for many different things, for baking and making different kinds of yummy foods.
Yeah, so you, of course, make pancakes with batter also, and including danbing. Danbing is made with a kind of batter. And then the pancake is filled with egg, cheese, corn, ham, sauce, or whatever else you want.
Yum.
So yeah, there's all sorts of different kinds of danbing. What's your favorite?
I like egg and sweet corn.
I like that one, or I like egg and basil.
Oh yeah, 就真的. It's lovely.
Yeah. So we've also got this word be filled with. Let's take a look at what that means. All right, when we say something is filled with something, that means it has a lot of things inside it. So much that nothing else can fit in it. You could also say something is stuffed with things if you have to push or force something inside it because it's so full. As you know, danbing might have lots of other ingredients inside it. Other things that are filled with other things that are food might be donuts filled with jelly or bread filled with red bean or mochi. Yeah, so we've got things that are filled with other things, like sauce. And sauce is one of our other vocab words here. It is a noun that means a liquid that's used to add flavor to other foods. So there's lots of different sauces in the world. Things like soy sauce for dumplings, pizza sauce from tomatoes, hot sauce, which makes food spicy. You either put the sauce on the food or you can dip the food in the sauce. The kind of sauce that goes in danbing might be pepper sauce or thick soy sauce, although I usually put my sauce on top of my danbing. I don't know what other people do. But anyway, here's an example sentence. To give the sushi a slightly saltier taste, Evelyn dipped it in some soy sauce.
Danbing usually often comes served with that kind of thick, sweet brown sauce. I'm not sure what it is.
I don't know either. It's kind of like soy sauce, but it's more sweet.
Yeah, I've only ever seen it in Taiwan.
Maybe teriyaki sauce?
Yeah, it kind of tastes like that.
Kind of.
I like it, but actually I prefer ketchup on my danbing. Is that weird?
It's very British of you.
I'm sorry. Better than mayonnaise.
I guess, yeah.
Well, the article continues and it says, it's soft and chewy and a light meal to start the day. Talking about danbing there.
Chewy.
Chewy. Good word. What is chewy? Chewy is an adjective and chewy means QQ的.
Pretty much.
If something is chewy, it means you have to use your teeth a lot to squash it and tear it apart in your mouth before you swallow it. Candy can be chewy, like the ones in the shape of a little bear. Gold bears, they're so delicious.
Yes.
And danbing is kind of chewy too. You have to use your teeth a lot to kind of break it up, and it's like
I know there's kind of two different kinds of people when it comes to danbing. There's people who like chewy danbing, and there's people who like crispy danbing. I like the crispy ones.
I like the crispy ones
or they're
too.
a little bit like
me too.
A little bit hard on the outside. Yeah.
So good.
They're really good. Anyway, so we're talking about danbing, but we're almost done with it. And tomorrow we're going to talk about two more. So the last line of the article says, the egg pancake makes a great breakfast for anyone who wants a quick bite before work. That's very true.
It really does.
I've gone to, breakfast shops being like, give me a danbing, and they get it to me within like 2 minutes, and then I can just take it to work.
And it's cheap, and I guess it's
pretty healthy.
Is it? I guess it's not healthy-ish. It's not unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's full of carbohydrates, which give you energy for the day. And I think outside of my apartment where I live in Taipei, there are like 5 breakfast places within 1 minute of each other.
Yeah.
And they all have danbing.
That sounds about right. I think my favorite one is in Shidan Night Market.
Sweet corn and egg. Yum. Well, that's all for the article today, but we will be back tomorrow with more breakfasts. But we do have a For You chat question to talk about as well. So let's do that now.
For
You Chat.
So today's For You Chat question is about breakfast. Kat, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
Nothing.
Why do you think people say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
Well, I will say that, of course, like I eat breakfast sometimes, like not always. I don't always not eat breakfast. So I think people say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day because it gives you energy. And if you're doing something really physically hard, it's really important for you to get that energy at the beginning of the day.
It is.
Yeah.
Gets your body ready for the day.
Yeah. But if you're going to school and just sitting in a desk all day, then maybe a huge breakfast is not the best thing.
Yeah, I think for me, if I do eat breakfast, which I don't every day, I will maybe have something like a dambing, which is pretty small, or maybe just a small bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
You know, to give me that energy for the morning at least. And actually, I find eating breakfast makes me even hungrier when it comes to lunchtime. Because it's kind of kick-started your stomach and your metabolism.
Because your metabolism is working. If you haven't eaten anything or drank anything that day, your metabolism is kind of still asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to wake it up. Well, you guys can think about this too. What are your breakfast habits? What's your favorite breakfast of all time? But for now, we're going to say goodbye and we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you for more breakfast tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review. Ahead. The travelers decided to get some rest because they knew they had a long hike ahead. Extremely. Many people don't feel comfortable in summer as it's often extremely hot. Consist. Tony's job as an office worker consists of lots of boring tasks that he doesn't enjoy, such as typing. Serve. Most restaurants stop serving food half an hour before they close. Pancake. For breakfast, Mom made us pancakes with fruit and cream. Sauce. Sally boils vegetables and eats them without adding any sauce. She prefers their natural taste.
智慧小補帖
Millennia. Mammoth. Laborer. Batter. Chewy.
以上节目是由活用空中美語製作，活用空中美語雜誌，請洽詢全國各大書店。如欲索取試聽教材，請來電02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上網查詢，網址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net